signed artist riding around in a big car, you know, beautiful clothes and jewelry and all that type stuff. So I always looked at him like he was a celebrity anyway. And he used to take the time to come by my house, speak to my mom, you know, sit there and talk to me for an hour or two and help me hone my skills, my craft. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to work with my voice. And he's always had a high pitched voice coming up. So Razi, you know, he always stopped by the house and really, you know what I'm saying, almost like a little brother. Outstanding Asiatic from the Boulevard Masi was like that too.
All right, all right. So yeah, I think I'm about to get started, man. I think we already live on YouTube, but I'm gonna just ask that you mute your mic real quick for me, brother. You know what I mean? So let me get things situated.
Yo, it's poppin', dog. It ain't nothing but love over here, man. Understand, man, what you throw at me, man, I'm gonna throw right back at you. You niggas running around now, using each other's names in y'all rhymes, man, and tattling on each other in interviews, man. Come on, man. Let me live it, baby. Instead of praying for me, you want to throw stones at me, tie me up and carjack me, kidnap and chrome at me, so I move with the force of a Porsche, arrogant position. You can hear the competition. Each other names in y'all rhymes, man, and tattling on each other in interviews.
Yeah, man. Everybody, welcome to the iCast podcast. We about to get started in a second, man. We just getting everything situated. You know what I mean? What's good, though? What's good, everybody? How y'all?
Voice, thick posture, elegant monster, type demeanor, handsome appearance, starts to my soul in the corners. Humble, built for the jungle, little struggle, hustle like Venus Rams and a sister Sabrina. Bullshit and get your horn hit, snakes in your baby crib. Dog, I major shit, and I don't play with this. One way.
Hope everybody had a good week, you know what I mean? The word, y'all. I want to welcome everybody to the iCast podcast. I'm your host, Gary Gnu. And tonight we got a special guest, man. You know what I mean? Got a special guest, man. We got Trenton's own God MC. At least in my opinion, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? This guy is he's like he's our Nas, he's our Jay-Z, he's our Biggie, you know what I mean? He's our Raekwon, you know what I mean? In my opinion. You know what I mean? Definitely a certified cat in the game, man. Definitely a certified A1 day one cat. You know what I mean? You hear the music in the background. Been in the game for years, you know what I mean? From the legendary Bounce Squad. Legendary Bounce Squad with Doo Wop. You know what I mean? From Roger Garden Projects, RGP, representing West Side, West Trenton. Shout out to the whole Trenton, by the way, you know what I mean? Word up. Shout out to Outstanding from the Boulevard Masi. Shout out to the whole North Side. Wilbur section. South Side, South Trenton. Because we in the building tonight, y'all. Word up. On the iCast podcast, we pride ourselves with having legendary folks on here doing legendary superhero things. And this guy is no short of that, man. You know what I mean? Word up. If you haven't guessed by now, folks, I'm talking about the legendary Don Blaq. Black Prince, Andre Long. Word up. Word up. Trent is in the building tonight, y'all. So, y'all, I think without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Trenton's own Don Blaq to the show. Don Blaq, what's good, baby? You can unmute your microphone.
What's up, bro?
Peace, peace. What's good,
Peace,
brother?
man. How you doing, bro? What's up?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. It's man. First of all, I just want to thank you, man, and let you know that it's an honor and it's a pleasure, man, to have you on the Oddcast podcast, man.
It's a pleasure to be here, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
No doubt, man. We pride ourselves in having legendary people, man, and we've had some pretty amazing guests on here, man. Especially when our guests are from the hometown, man. When they from Trenton, man, we done had Culture Freedom on here. You know what I'm saying? We done had Outstanding from the Boulevard Mossy on here. You know what I mean? Just
Legends.
to name a few.
Legends.
We done had my man Draz on here. You know what I mean? People like that. And yeah, man. So to finally get you on here, man, it's real dope, man. So yeah, I just want to salute to you, man. First of all, man, say thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks, bro.
But what's good with you though, fam?
You know me, man. Trying to stay out this cold weather, stay safe, protected, around family.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So how are you holding up in this whole COVID-19 situation, man? You know what I mean?
As best as I could, man. Just trying to make sure the family is safe. Trying to make sure myself stay safe. Ain't moving around too much.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So yo, man, I want to talk about what you got going on now. I want to talk about everything, man. But before I talk about everything in your present day, man, I want to take people back, man, because I think that you have a real authentic and genuine history and a story to tell, man. So first of all, man, I want you to let the people know where you're from, man. For those that don't know, man.
From Trenton, New Jersey, West Trenton, a place called Roger Gardens. Roger Garden Haverstack is a project, low income housing, poverty, the ghetto.
All right.
No
doubt. All your life from day one?
All my life, day one, born and raised in the projects. I don't live in the projects anymore, thank God, but all my life, born and raised in the projects. I'm a project baby like J.J. Evans.
All right, that's what's up, man. So what was that like, man? Growing up at Roger Gardens, man, like on a day-to-day, like before. I want to take people back to before you were Don Blaq, before you were Black Prince. I want to take people back to when you was Andre Long. You know what I mean? Like before you became the Don that you are. You know what I mean? Like what was it like growing up in your house, man? You know how many brothers and sisters you had, man?
I got one sister, a little sister.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, we had a beautiful upbringing, man. Mom and dad made sure the household was right. We always had a beautiful home, food in the fridge. Like I didn't have the real, the ghetto poverty story. Had to eat what niggas say syrup sandwiches and all that kind of shit. I really didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? My mother and father did their thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and my sister had a great upbringing. It's just that we lived in the projects. And to tell you the truth, man, at times life was so good for me and my sister that we didn't even know the projects was something bad at one time.
That's what's up.
We didn't know it was like, somewhere where, it's fucked up until we got a little older. You know what I'm saying? And you venture out into the projects and, you start moving through the maze and you see what's really going on out there, which your mom and dad been keeping you away from. But, me being a boy in the family, I got out there kind of early. I found it kind of early.
All right. You jumped off the porch early and shit, huh?
Yeah.
So what kind of, good grades in school? What was your schoolwork looking like?
Amazing grades in school, man. I love school. You know what I'm saying? Until I got to like I think junior high is what really did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? My father passed away.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, just me, my mom, and my sister in the house. And you know how the outside world is. You got friends, they out there, they hustling, they getting money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait for moms to give you money and different things. And it just took on a life of its own. And it was almost like I was made for it. It was like, you know what I'm saying? I was just built for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I feel you. Yeah, man, growing up in Trenton, man, streets is rough, man, especially out there, the front line, you know what I mean, is what I best know Roger Gardens for, you know what I mean?
That's right. I'm a certified frontline assassin, Roger Gardens.
No doubt. Yeah. So what kind of music were y'all listening to in the house, man, back in the day? What kind of shit? Because you know what? I always say there was a time when it was like before rap, like, you know, before hip hop, you know, all we had was like Michael Jackson, Prince, like, you know what I mean? Before like rap really hit big, there was a time when we didn't really had no rap. So like, what kind of music were you listening to? Like, you know,
And you know, my mother, she was real soulful. You know, my family was real soulful. So everything, everything. I'm talking about Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, Diana Ross. If you name it, if it was soulful, my mother played it, and she played it over and over and over again. And then she bought records like New Edition, Candy Girl for me and my sister. It was a group called it was a reggae group. What was this group called? Young Musical Youth.
Musical Youth, Pastor Dutchie.
Right. Pastor Dutchie. She bought us the whole album.
Okay.
And she bought us the whole album. And I remember the album just being amazing. And me sitting there listening to it and looking at the record cover for hours, just looking at these little kids like, yo, I can't believe they doing this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that kind of sparked something in me, like, yo, man, I can do this shit.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So at what point in your life did you start listening to hip hop? Like around what age?
It was early. It was real early. You know why? My mother had a sister that passed away before I was born. And my mother's sister, she had 6 kids. And my mother, you know, she helped raise the kids. So I always had a cousin in the house living with us or something like that. It was always a cousin or two. And they was just like really fly, just really hit, really up on everything, the dress code, the latest fashion, the latest glasses, the latest music. And I was young. I'm talking about 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And one of my cousins, she had a boyfriend, and he left a record at our house. And this was the beginning of Don Blaq. This is where it all started. He left a record at the house. I was about 5, 6. And it had rapping on one side, but you turned it over, it just had diamonds on it. You couldn't play the other side of the wax. And I remember putting it on my mother's stereo and my mind just being blown. And I memorized every word of this song. I couldn't believe, you know, what they were saying, how they were saying, and a lot of stuff I probably didn't even know what they were saying until later on. Later on, I find out this was the infamous Cold Crush Brothers. You know? So, and it was like, you know, we are here to tell the world just who we are. Shocking female.
Hell yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing I ever got from rapping. It just blew my mind. From there, I got into the breakdancing, the pop locking. My older cousins used to buy me the Gazelles, the little sneakers and the sweatsuits. And one of my cousins, she bought me some Gazelles and a record. It was Planet Rock. And, you know, it just went on from there.
All right, that's what's up. So at what point did you realize, you know what, man, I think I want to start, you know what I mean, start doing this rap thing and start, you know what I mean, like writing raps or did it start like that?
No, it started kind of early, but I don't think it really, I don't know how serious it was. I know it started early because, all right, I'm gonna give you a story. I've never told this story before.
Okay, exclusive.
I'm 5, 6 years old, maybe 7. I know I was about in the 1st, 2nd grade, and they done like a play at the school.
Okay.
So what I did was that record that I love so much, the Cold Crush Brothers, I sat down and rewrote the rhyme to go with the library theme.
Okay.
Now I thought this was hot, and I was doing this, you know, this had to be, you know, this was a long time ago. Now, I rewrote it to go along with it. Yeah, to go along with the thing. And I remember they had a little assembly, and I forgot the record or whatever for the instrumental. So my father ran all the way back home to get the record for me, brought it back so I would be in time, you know, when it's time for me to go on stage.
Okay.
They turned the music on, the lights went out, and I'm standing there on stage. And it was the worst stage fright of my life, bro.
Word.
Talking about, man, I couldn't do nothing.
You froze?
Man, I just locked up, my knees locked up, my arm.
Oh, shit.
And what I did was I tried to mumble my way through it. I'm thinking if I mumble, it'll be all over. So I'm just standing there like looking nervous as hell.
Wow.
And when I got done, I remember the look my father gave me was almost like, I'm proud of you for trying,
Uh-huh.
but you see it's gonna take some work to get to where you're trying to go.
All
And I
right.
could see it in his face, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't just bag on me and say,
Okay. Okay.
so it was just like, yo, I gotta knock the next one out the park, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even if
make
it's for
pops
my pops, I
proud.
gotta knock the next one out the park, you know what I'm saying? So I kept going, but it was more like a behind the scenes thing, just me and my friends. We in the hallway. When you
Uh-huh.
beatbox in the hallway, it got a nice echo.
Uh-huh.
So somebody had to do beatbox, and I was the rapper, and it
So
just
so
went
so
on
who was
from
you
there.
around back then? Like who was your, who was your dogs you kicked it with and shit?
When I first got started, I was in a crew called the Physical Force MCs.
Oh shit.
I was about 9 years old, and all these rappers were 16 and 17. I was like the youngest to perform at the Capitol skating rink. It was my cousin Born, rest in
Oh,
peace.
not the Capitol. The Capitol?
Yep, I was like 9 years old,
Damn,
dressed in a
okay.
Puma sweatsuit and a Run DMC hat, up there
Mm,
wilding. They couldn't tell me nothing because I had them bombed out at school at the
okay.
library joint.
So this is
So
so
I
this is your
wasn't
second
bombing out.
attempt. This is your second attempt now.
That's right. I wasn't bombing out no more.
All right.
So, when they seen a little boy up at the front Capitol skating rink rocking with the run hat on, the Puma sweatsuit, everybody ran to the front and it was on from there. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
So free my man Power K. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the older MCs that put me down, and my cousin Born, rest in peace, Born. They put me down with the Physical Force because I had some dope rhymes as a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
I've always had a way with words, and that was from being good at school at the time.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Back then it was kind of cool to be intelligent. It was kind of cool to be smart.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? I don't think
That's
it
right.
ain't like that now, man. But
See, for me, it is. I still think it's cool to be
oh
intelligent. It's
yeah,
cool to be
definitely,
smart.
definitely. I
Yeah,
always took school serious, man.
yeah, definitely. I was a part of the science club and everything. Like I love school, math, science. I was just talking about that last night. I love math and science. You know what I'm saying? Like I love learning. You know what I'm saying? It's something about education, and you can't get enough education.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So so when did you make the transition and start like recording your shit?
Uh, I started with I would have to say my first real DJ when I started getting older as an artist myself. Uh, Black Prince and Asiatic. My
Yes.
my best friend Asiatic. That's where it really, everything up until this point
Uh-huh.
was, I guess, me honing my skills and trying to find myself. And I linked up with Asiatic. We started about 12, 13 years old. And it
Okay.
just seemed like everything worked out. I met a guy named Slawfee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Shout out
Slawfee.
Fluffy.
He taught us all about the studio, how to go to studio and pay for our studio time and all this stuff. We never knew about going to studio. So what happened was, it was a lot of money in the hood at that time, a whole lot of money in the hood.
Right.
And the hustlers in my hood,
This the
they
crack
would,
era.
yeah, they would put together big bags for us. Now, me and my man, we 12 or 13, and they putting together big bags of money for us just so we don't have to be on the block like y'all go to the studio.
Mm,
Now, me being 12, 13, and I'm sitting in the class with $1,000, 1,200 on me. My DJ got $700, $800 on him,
okay.
and the studio only costs $10 an hour, bro.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So we done damn near bought the studio out. We in there 24 hours a day, like we living in the studio.
All
So
right.
now, we got extra money. We find the time that, we learning how to go to New York, catch the train by ourselves, go shopping, things of that nature, go buy a little weed. And so, we started venturing out kind of young.
Okay. So what you call yourself back then? Were you Black Prince at first or
Yeah, now I went through a lot of little, crazy little names like we all do as rappers.
yeah, yeah.
Uh I called myself Godfather at one time, Mac Daddy at one time, but all of these is before I even hit the age of 12. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
okay.
By the time I hit the age of 12, I got knowledge of self.
Yeah, well, Tia, talk about that too. Like, how'd you, who gave you your degrees and all that type of shit?
Yeah, it was a brother that lived right directly across the hall from me, man. His name was Righteous Islam. Well, his name is Righteous Islam.
Okay.
And he was like one of the most powerful brothers I ever met, just like the way he carried himself, the way he walked, the way he spoke. It was just different than, the cool crack dealers outside. Crack
Okay.
dealers was cool. They had the jewelry, they talked that shit, but it was just something about him, the way he dressed and the way he spoke, that was just different. He was always smart, very intelligent, kept himself, just like godly.
All right.
So my father died when I was 12. So I started, just a little spiral out of control. And he was right across the hall. And I think he probably noticed it. You know what I'm saying? He probably noticed the change in me.
Mm-hmm.
And he started offering me to come to the house. I remember when he getting off from work, he'd be like, come upstairs real quick, let me talk to you. And we'd just be sitting there talking. And the things he was saying and how he was saying it was just like, wow, this brother is kind of like, he got his finger on the pulse of how I feel right now and what I'm going through right now. And
Mm-hmm.
it was dope that he even cared.
All right.
And the brother gave me knowledge of self. As I got older, he started giving me more lessons, and I started learning more, traveling, going to the different rallies and parliaments, you know.
Mhm.
And that was the legend of Black Prince. I was a young, I was on my square. Black Prince was on, he was on the square. I'm saying every rally, every parliament, I was there with the guys building.
All right.
13, 14 years old, 15, 16 years old.
All right. That's what's up, man. So, while you and Asiatic is going to the studio making these demos, is that where you made that song, like one of those songs that I was talking about earlier with you? My name is Black Prince.
Yeah, you know what? Slaw hooked us up with a guy named Bobby Jones.
Okay.
And Bobby Jones was always cool because he seen me and Asiatic was real young and we were talented. So he just like opened his arms, his family, like they opened their house up, he opened the studio up to us, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like helped us hone our skill, like write a studio in a real studio. And
All right.
back then it was 4 tracks and a Kai, I think it was a Kai 950, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And he had the nice setup. So that's where we really got down that we made hundreds of songs with Bobby Jones. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Matter of fact, that's where we really got the Black Prince and Asiatic movement moving. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? From the brothers in the hood giving us a lot of money, and we able to go to Bob and give him some money, so now he can get new equipment, better mics, we can record better, and things of that nature. So we just made hundreds and hundreds of songs, and we used to take certain songs back to the hood, and they just like became hits,
Yeah.
just like in Trenton. Before we even knew what like a mixtape or a street hit was, it was like,
Yeah.
I get as one person to tape, and before you know it, 30, 40 people got the tape, and 100 people know the song word for word. It was just like, wow, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. Because like I was saying, shout out to my man Terrence Mack, man, Supreme. He we was out Marsville across the bridge, man. And he had your tape out there, man. And I remember that song. My name is Black Prince. And I was like, damn. So we talking about like 88, 89, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, all right. So who else around you from Trenton was like bubbling at the time and shit during this period? Like I know you wasn't the only cat that was trying
Oh
to
no, 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 I wasn't
on
the
that
only
level.
cat at all. I wasn't the only cat at all. As a matter of fact, I think I was probably just the youngest.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, if I think back, I think I was the youngest.
Cause I
And we
know I
had
was
some.
probably 15, 16.
Yeah, so I was about, 16, 15, 14 around but we had some powerful artists out at the time, man. Like first of all, we have to mention Poor Righteous Teachers.
No doubt.
Rise, Coach, and Shy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
We have to mention Poor Righteous Teachers first
No doubt. Salute.
because
Salute to PRT.
I know there were artists that probably came before them, but I don't know those artists and I haven't heard much from the artists. Poor Righteous Teachers kicked the door down, busted open, and made us feel like, oh, this shit can be done. Because I was able to see Wise. I went to Wise house in Dolly Homes, and you know, the brother answered the door and we sat there and chopped it up. And I'm like 14, 15, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, this is possible because my name was ringing through the city. So anybody who was somebody knew about Black Prince at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me just showing up to Wise house unannounced
Hmm.
was fucked up. But once he find out Black Prince, oh, the guy Black Prince, okay, you know, he come out, we chop it up or whatever. But then you gotta go to Boulevard Mossy.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Now
See
these
you
were some
now.
powerful groups that was putting out powerful music, like the hit records.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then we got Suicide,
Hell yeah. Suicide
Katie and
Posse.
Almighty,
Yes, sir.
Almighty and Katie Ranks, the God YZ,
Mm-hmm.
YZ and G Rock. Like we had some powerful groups that, you know what I'm saying, that were before me and that were going on at the same time.
Right.
Uh, I just got caught up in a tornado of everything. And I think it was dope that all those artists right there seen something in me and kind of brought me in. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nobody pushing like, nah, nah. It was like, yo, he's a little motherfucker, but he is nice. He can rap his ass off. We fucking with him. So outstanding, Plex, you know, Razi, uh, the whole Suicide Posse, Power A, Raheem, Diamond, the whole Suicide Posse, Poor Righteous Teachers, Wise, Culture, and Shy, and also Divine. You know, they all accepted me with open arms. They showed me nothing but love from day one to now.
Yeah. No doubt. That's what's up. Yeah, back then, man, it was like a mecca, man, of just like you know, we was on the verge of just, you know what I'm saying? It was like a renaissance, hip hop renaissance at that
And
time in
what
the
was
late
so
80s.
crazy is you had to be nice. You had to be dope. Everybody had
Yeah.
their own style, their own
Yup.
sound.
Everybody was
And,
original. Nobody sounded the same. And
and it
yeah,
was the
it was a
producer.
dope
It
time.
was,
We had a golden era, you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
That was the
Definitely. We
golden
damn
era
sure
for
had a
us.
golden era.
Yeah.
And you know what? I like to give a lot of props to Tony D, Anthony DePula.
Yeah.
Yeah, because without him,
Did you do any work with Tony D?
yes, I've done a lot of work with Tony D. As a matter of fact, if you listen to the Let the Streets Judge Me album,
Uh-huh.
Tone did about 65 to 70% of that album.
Oh wow. Okay. That was kind of an EP though, right? It was how many songs was on
Now
there?
it's an album. Well, what it was 18 songs. But when I remastered and put it out, I didn't put out the whole 18 songs. I think
Oh,
I
okay.
played 9 or 10 songs to put
Yeah.
out later. Yeah, but Tone did a lot of that music. And it was a different style, a different sound for him.
All right.
You know, and we used to be up in the mountains in the studio like days and nights. You know, we would bring in whole bands, drummers, you know, piano players, tambourines, everything to recreate music, to recreate samples,
Oh,
because he
really?
was, yeah, we was touching on something different than what he was used to. You know, he always did Poor Righteous Teachers music. He was amazing. He did Boulevard Mossy, he did Katie and Almighty, he did, you know, he did a lot of
I see.
music. YZ, yeah, he did a lot of music, but my music was a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My music was a little more street, a little more at the time, a little more thugged out, a little more gangster than the normal. You know, not normal in no way than what he was used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, man, just went into a different way of creating his drums and his samples. You know, just a different style that I wanted to bring to the table, but I wanted his sound.
All right. That's what's up, man. So if we could jump ahead, how did you meet? Talk about how you met Doo Wop and the Bounce Squad, or was it, or is there something in there and that I'm missing?
No, you know what? Moving right along. I used to go to DJ Plex house on the Boulevard Mossy, and I used to rhyme on his tapes, do the intros on his tapes, you know, just
Okay.
make little shit for the hood.
Yeah, so you know, before we do that, so those were like I guess the kind of dues that you were paying. Talk about like some of the dues that you were paying and things you were doing to get your name out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was doing everything, every show, every show, every mixtape, all the features. If it was something going on, I was there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I was there. I wanted to be a part of everything. I performed at Cowwood Park at least 15 times, War Memorial
yeah.
Building like 10 times. Like anywhere it was a show, cypher, anybody rhyming, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was hitting up DJ Plex because DJ Plex had the hottest mixtapes on the street. You know what I'm
Trenton's Bad
saying?
Boy.
Yeah, that's right. Trenton's Bad Boy. Him and
Shout out to
Juice.
DJ Blaq.
But I was rhyming on Juice on Plex shit.
Okay.
And I got a cousin named Rocksteady who's really instrumental in helping hip hop as a whole in Trenton. He was the one that he took Tony D to get his first turntables or his first drum machine or something. He had something to do with Northside Records, the first Poor Righteous Teachers single put out. So he always had his hands in the music.
All right.
And he always had a nice car. So I always used to make tapes and leave them in his car. And he ride around playing them. One time we went to New York for one of his homies. His homie had just got a house in Queens, just got out the feds. And we went up there partying to have a nice weekend. And we was playing my tape. And this was about 94.
I was about to ask what year we talking
about 94, 95. And he was playing my tape all weekend. Everybody loving the tape. So when we left, my man Supreme was like, yo, let me get the tape. I know where I love her. His mom lived on the street next to me. So we like, yeah, all right, whatever. We already had copies anyway. So we like, go ahead, you can have it.
All right.
He actually gave it to Ed Lover. At the time, if you go back, the Bounce Squad, Ed Lover was a part of the Bounce Squad. He was rhyming on the different tapes with Doo Wop, just having fun or whatever. And so Ed Lover gave the tape to Doo Wop. Like, yo, you got to hear this kid. He from Jersey. He crazy. You got to hear him. So Wop heard it and he fell in love with it. But he couldn't find me for nothing. He couldn't find me. And I don't drink alcohol or nothing, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that's iced tea. Just in a cute glass.
It's okay, man. Most of my viewers is over 21, man.
Okay. But I don't drink alcohol. But all right, so he gives the tape to Ed Lover. Ed Lover likes it, gives it to Doo Wop, but Doo Wop can't find him. Doo Wop buys a new Lexus. Comes to Trenton, New Jersey to True's Rim Shop to get the rims put on there.
So boom, let me just stop you. So I was there that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were.
I was at the store that day because that was the big day. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Doo Wop coming to the store. So I met Doo Wop and shit. And yeah, man. I just remember him. People were saying like, I think some cats came to the store and was like, yo, yeah, you want to. You looking for Don Blaq? You looking for Don Blaq? And he was like, yeah. So they was like, all right, we gonna take you to him. So I was at the store that day, man.
Now what happened was Doo Wop went to go in the trunk to get the key for his rims.
Okay.
And he seen my tape there. He said, it's been over a year. I hadn't counted you out. I was tired of listening to the tape. I couldn't find you. He said, I went in the back to grab my key for my rims and the tape was dead. He said, and I grabbed the tape and I walked over and I asked True, he said, Black Prince, somebody named Black Prince or Don Blaq? He was like, yeah, that's my man Rocksteady, little cousin. He probably in the projects now. And they sent somebody to come get me in the projects.
Okay.
And I came back. I think we was about 30 deep when I came back.
We're talking like this is like 95, right? 95, 96, something like that. Summertime.
It was 95 because the first time I rhymed on Doo Wop tape was 96, the beginning of 96. So we went through this whole thing like the end of 95.
Okay.
So I guess there, and you know, I guess WAP seen my demeanor as far as like all the niggas I was with, how I was moving. And he always spoke about it. Like, you know, I just looked him up and down like, damn, you know, like this nigga looked like he ain't over his head. But he pulled, but what I respect about WAP at the time, instead of talking to me right there in front of everybody, because I guess it was people at True's Rim Shop that stuck around to see what WAP was gonna say to me too. You know what I'm saying? So it was a nice little crowd up at the Rim Shop, and then I showed up with my own crowd. So it got kind of crowded out there quick.
Yeah.
So WAP pulled me to the side. If you remember, he walked me almost down to like where older curves at. He walked me down there and he talked to me.
All right.
And he just told me, yo, man, I remember him, man, like, yo, looking me up and down with the serious face, like, yo, man, I don't know what you into or what you got going on right now, man, but I could change it, man. Like I can help you change it. Like you nice, you this, man. You come to New York, man. We can do this, we can do that. And I was with it, but I had just came home from jail the week before. So my mind state was on something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just kicked in my fucking door. They took my money. Like I'm fucked up. I gotta get back out here. So my mind really wasn't focused on rapping like that. So I had a friend named Psycho. Rest in peace to Wayne Alvarez.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, okay.
He used to go to the music hut and get the tapes directly from Ron G, Doo Wop, and the other DJs, Clue.
No doubt.
Come back and sell them. So when he went up there a few times and WAP like, yo, what's up? You know, Black Prince. And he's like, yeah, that's my brother, that's my man. Like, yo, I came down there, gave my number. I told him I got him. Nigga ain't called me yet. So Psycho like, what? So now Psycho hitting me like every day, like, bro, what is you doing? You gotta go get at this motherfucker. But I'm still like, you know, I'm on some other shit. You know how we think. Especially back then. I was young and dumb. So I remember Psycho coming to my house in the projects one day. This was me and the girl, you know, I was dealing with at the time. Me and her had a spot in the projects at the time. And I didn't have a phone. Yo, this nigga came. He had to have about $7, $8, maybe $10 worth of change in his pocket. I don't know what he said at that door because, you know, once I give the, you know, I'm not here or don't open that door for nobody or whatever, nobody get past. And I done seen the best try to get past, you know, nobody get past that door. Psycho was in my room waking me up, bro. He was in, I don't know how he was in my room waking like, bro, get up, bro, yo. So I woke up like, yo, what the fuck? How you get in here? You know what I'm saying? So we start talking and laughing and shit. He makes me throw some clothes on, walk me to the phone booth. He made me walk to the phone booth, put the money in there and call Doo Wop himself. You know what I'm saying? I get on the phone with WAP. Yo, what's up, WAP? Yo, what's up, man? Yo, you such and such. So you can get to the train station today. Just get to the train station in New York. I'm gonna pick you up or whatever, such. So I'm like, yeah, all right. Hangs up, go pull myself together, go hit the train station. I gets off the train, Doo Wop sitting there, big pretty Lex with the rims on it, unique from the Bounce Squad, sitting there in the passenger seat looking beautiful, little dog. They just look rich, bunch of diamonds and, you know what I'm saying, just look like some rap star shit when I got, you know, when I look like, God damn. So I hopped in the car and I always say when I hopped in that car right there and that car took off, I never looked back, bro. I never looked back. Like I was murdering everything, every mixtape, any rapper, anything, to the point where, man, niggas was just scared to rap with me at a certain point, man. You know what I'm saying? You had to bring out rap giants like Tragedy Gaddafi. You know what I'm saying? Me and him love rapping together. You had to bring out the giants for me because, you know, once niggas see me in the studio turn into a shark, it's like, yo, I'm gonna get something to eat, man. This nigga different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said when I hopped in that Lex and that Lex took off, I never looked back.
All right. So did you move up New York or were you just like moving back and forth, taking the train and shit from Trenton to?
Well, for a while, I was back and forth, back and forth. That was like the story of my life, just like back and forth. And then it got to a point where I think WAP got his deal first with Universal, and they got him a spot in Manhattan, like on in Harlem, Manhattan, 155th and Riverside Drive. Nice, beautiful apartment over by the river. But WAP had already had a spot in the Bronx, and that's where his equipment
Uh-huh.
and everything, where he do his shit at. So it was like, well, fuck it, we gonna say that hotel money and that traveling money, and Blaq, you take the spot in Harlem, and I keep the spot in the Bronx. So
Hmm.
that worked out for a few years. That was good for a few years.
That's what's up. So
And
you was like, not to cut you off, but so you was like instantly in the bounce squad. He was like, all right, so you in, like, or did you have to like prove yourself? Did you have to battle?
you know what?
Who was the members of the bounce squad?
All right,
Bring us back.
the bounce squad was Lord Tariq.
Yes.
Well, all right, Lord Tariq was not an official member, but he used to rhyme with him. But
Yeah,
he
he
was
used to rhyme
a
with the bounce
soloist.
squad, no doubt.
All right. But I always say Lord Tariq because he was my favorite rapper anyway.
Okay.
Lord Tariq, Unique, another one of my favorite rappers. All that. Snagglepuss.
Yeah.
What am I forgetting? Oh man. I know I'm forgetting a couple of them, man. But by the time I got there,
What is somebody in there named Rampage?
now you know what? Rampage was down with the Flip Squad with Busta Rhymes.
Flipmode Squad. I thought it was somebody named Rampage in the bounce squad too. All right, my bad.
Oh, what? It might have been. It might have been. I don't know. I don't remember a Rampage. I do remember a Rampage from the Flip Mode
Yeah,
Squad
yeah.
on the Doo Wop tape, though. You know what I'm saying?
Actual fact.
By
So
the
did
time
you?
I got there, Watt was trying to put the Bounce Squad back together. He was coming up out of shell. He wanted to go global. He wanted a bigger sound, and Lord Tariq had already moved on. He was doing his thing with Peter Guns.
Okay.
A lot of the rappers from the original Bounce Squad, like I think Snagglepuss was on tour somewhere. Like, they were doing their thing. They was off to the races. So Watt was going to restart. He was going to start a new Bounce Squad type thing.
Okay.
And it didn't really work out like that because I was at the time I was very aggressive. I was a very aggressive young street nigga right out the projects, and I really wasn't with Sharon. I didn't understand the thing. I really didn't understand a group and other rappers being down and we rhyming. Everything was more or less like competition to me at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I looked at it. So the first couple studio sessions, I started narrowing that squad down. You know what I'm saying? And if when you get a chance to interview YP, he'll tell you like the MCs were nice, but it's like what I do to the track and what I was doing, it was just like they wouldn't show up to the next studio session. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if WAP say, all right, this is the next beat we gonna work on or whatever, I don't really like that beat. And the beat is hot, the beat is crazy, but you know what I'm saying, for some reason, because I want to be on the beat, they don't want to be on the beat, or they just not gonna show up to the next session, to the point where it just narrowed down to me.
And you was a Jersey cat.
Yeah, it was just me and Unique. Unique held her spot. Unique from the Bounce Squad, the girl.
Yeah, I remember Unique.
Yeah, that's my people right there, man. She damn sure held her spot. You know what I'm saying? So it was me, WAP, and Unique against the world at that point. So it was like, I get a chance to go crazy. I get a chance to just, all the shit that been pent up and niggas ain't know I had inside of me, all these different styles, all this, I'm about to go crazy. And that's what I did.
All right. So Things I Do. The first single that comes out. What label was that on?
That was on MCA.
Okay. So you were signed to the Bounce Squad, or you were signed to MCA, or how that go down?
Now you know what? WAP never signed me to no contract. And
oh, word? Okay.
Nah, that's why I love WAP to this day, man. Like WAP, spent a whole lot of money out his pocket before it was even a record deal, before it was an MCA, a Universal, or I did my thing at Warner Brothers, and before it was all that, Wop spent a whole lot of money out his pocket, man, and he was never, you know what I'm saying, he never held back on me. I always had a nice
He
hotel
believed in you,
room.
man. He believed in you.
I always had transportation, always was fly, had money. You know what I'm saying? Like I was living like a signed artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I was living like a signed artist at the time because I would be places and like I'll be in Miami and I'll see artists that went gold and I'm doing better than them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, yo, this shit is crazy. And that was just straight off, Bounce Squad success. You know what I'm saying? And WAP just like, yo, he next up. So I'm gonna make sure he got everything he need because I know what it takes to compete with these other rappers out here. So WAP was always the type like, you know what I'm saying, almost like street shit, almost like a hustler, like, just like fuck it. Hey, we going shopping, we gonna get this. Hey, I'm about to send you some money, or come pick this bread up, or it's your birthday, I got you, or you know what I'm saying, or we flying to such, and here, I got you, let's go shopping. And you know what I'm saying? It was just always some shit like that. So WAP always made sure I was right. Like I'm talking about hotels for weeks, beautiful hotels for weeks at a time. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
that's what's up. So, you and WAP still good today, to this day?
We talk damn near at every day or every other day.
That's what's up, man. 20, I guess 25, 20 something years later, man.
Yeah, that's bro right there. That's big bro right there, man. Like a lot of this shit wouldn't be popping if it wasn't for WAP, man, believing in me. You know what I'm saying? Like showing me how to get to that bread. And I always thank him too. Like, but he's real modest. He's real humble. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he felt like this is what he was supposed to do. And I'm like, man, you didn't know me. Like, I didn't grow up with you. You didn't have to do a motherfucking thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. So talk about some of the people you were around, man. Like, as far as artists and shit like that. I know you was rubbing elbows with, you know what I mean?
Everybody,
With
everybody in the
all kind
game,
of
man. Everybody in the game. You gotta understand, WAP was like the premier DJ all
yeah.
over the country. You know what I'm saying? Not just in New York, all over the country. So, and I was his right hand man. So anywhere WAP go, Don Blaq right there. So we could be at a source party tonight with MOP, uh, organized confusion. And then tomorrow we had a function where Little Kim and Mace and Little Caesar them walking around. Then we somewhere where it might be Cool Herc and Grandmaster Caz, and then it might be Black Thought and KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah.
always a diverse crowd, but it was always diverse, but it was always hip hop, hardcore hip hop everywhere we went. You know what I'm saying? So I had a chance to meet everybody and rub shoulders with everybody. But like, you'll probably get to know from doing your further research and ask questions that I'm not really an industry person, man. I don't really fit in. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
industry shit is a puzzle. And
Mhm.
there's really no place for my piece. You know what I'm saying? I don't fit into that industry shit. I don't really know how to rub shoulders and elbows and,
I
you know
feel
what I'm saying, be around rappers and kiss ass. And, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, rappers are really fucking immature, man, and nobody's
you.
nobody's growing and taking accountability for what's really going on, for what they say. Nobody's standing on their word no more. It's a lot of fake shit going on. So I was never one to really fit in with that because I don't fake well. You know what I'm saying? I don't fake well, and I don't bend. I really don't fold when it comes to my music because I know what I do. I know my shit is hot. I know what I'm spitting is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got the same fans for the last 25 years. So I know. So I really don't have to be around a bunch of rappers and industry parties and you know what I'm saying, who's driving the latest car and the latest this and the Dior, the Fendi. And that's what it is now. It's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Exactly.
popularity contest out here. And I never fit in with that shit. My shit is in the studio and on the stage. I'm an MC. I like to write. I like to rhyme. I like to do this shit for real. I like to make music. all that shit in between, all that corny shit in between, all that, the faking and the Instagram, social media, back and forth, fake beefs and all. Ah, man, I would never associate myself with that. You know what I'm saying? And I said it in the song. I said, you got to understand why I question how niggas would share my profession wearing dresses now. We always been an aggressive crowd. You know what I'm saying? From Rakim to the pain and DMX's growl. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't fit in with what's going on. So I just, remove myself from the situation. And a lot of times, what I'm saying, you got to make room for the next people, for the next ones to come, because if I keep the bar so high and keep remaining a factor, it makes it hard for the next person to come in and do what he needs to do to get to the level he needs to do, and then the next person, and then the next person, because that lane is blocked off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Trent and Don Blaq got the lane blocked off. Nobody's going to do what he's done. Right. Nobody going to spit it like he spit it. Nobody's going to talk like he talk it. So, and he's still here. He's still a remaining factor. And right. When people start talking the top 3, top 5, top 10 lists, I'm always on it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? After all these years, that's big to me. That means a lot to me. But sometimes you have to move out the way, because, you know what I'm saying, you become a pain in the ass. You become a thorn. Sometimes you're so hot that it's not cool to say you hot no more.
I never looked at it like that. You right though. You right. So is that why you is that a segue into your son, Tyron Fly?
That's right. My son. That's right. That's right. I had to remove myself and replace it with somebody. And like I always say, like, he was built in a lab like Frankenstein. I took my time with him.
I saw you. I saw some clips of him battling cats, and I was blown away. Like, damn, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where it started off, a battle rapper.
Okay.
So we traveled around doing the battle rap thing with him. As a matter of fact, got a really big name in the battle rap culture. Like he done his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to him, man. We got to get him on the show, man.
Yeah, definitely. He's a character too. You're gonna love him.
No doubt, no doubt. I need more young cats, man. My show primarily, you know what I mean, is older hip hop cats, but I need some youngins on here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that time frame, man, you've put out some projects, man. Beatrice's Son.
Beatrice's Son, yup.
The Black Carpet, Let the Streets Judge Me, Black Royalty, you know what I'm saying? Your shit is on iTunes, Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Tidal, Amazon, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don Blaq is everywhere, man.
Not to mention, oh,
my bad.
All independent.
All independent too. Okay. You got a song. I forget the name of the song where you mention that, man. When you say 2000, I was on MCA, this and that year I was doing this. Where you kind of break down your career before you start the rhyme. You know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think that's Don Blaq.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. But I was gonna say I really enjoyed, man, listening to that catalog, man. You had talk about some of the guys that you've collabed with over the years, man. Definitely, man, Razzie. You know what I mean? I think if you were MC from Trenton, man, you can't have a record and not do a song with Razzie, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I love Razzie, man. Razzie is like, man, he's a staple in our community in Trenton, man. Like,
definitely, man.
Like, he's like one of the godfathers, one of the forefathers, and not to mention, man, the nigga voice is angelic.
Always been too, man.
And I was telling you earlier, Razzie the one named me Don Blaq.
Okay, yeah, man. So I meant to ask you that, man. So you made a transition from Black Prince to Don Blaq, man. So talk about how that came about, man.
Just becoming a king, from a prince to a king, and it was more or less Black Prince wasn't supposed to be a rap name. You know what I'm saying? That was my 5% name. That was my
Okay.
attribute, Black Prince. And Razi started calling me Don Blaqqa. I think it was a Jamaican artist named Blaq, some shit. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
He was like, your style is like his. It's just really rapid. It's just really rapid. Like you don't stop. It's like you just keep going. And he was like, every time we talk, he would say, Blaqqa, Blaqya. And I'm saying, I like how it sound with his little Jamaican accent and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, damn, big bro, that shit sound dope. You know what I'm saying? Like Blaqya, Blaqya. So I used to fuck with it in my rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Don Black, Don Blaqqa. So my friends, ladies, lady friends, everybody started calling me Black or Blaqqa, Blaqqa. You know what I'm saying? So when Wop got it and he heard both Black Prince and Don Black, they were stuck on the Don Black thing, like, yo, that's cold, that's hard, you know.
Yeah.
And I did want to change it anyway because as a 5%er, we was really militant about the things that we learned and the things that we taught. And at the time, my style, the things I was talking about and the things I was saying, don't get me wrong, it was all true and it was all real, but it was just something that wasn't conducive with the lifestyle of a 5% at the time. Just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna walk around and call myself Black Prince and have to hold up the nation, but I'm also out here talking about crack and guns and you know what I'm saying, and foul things with women and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't conducive. But that was actually my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. That was me.
Okay.
It's just that when I was a little younger, I was really on my square. You know, learning my education as a 5%er. But as I got older, you know, streets kind of came into play and it kind of like, you know, but I always stood on my square even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Always stood on my square, always maintained, always got body, always, you know, 10 toes down as a man. You know what I'm saying? But it was just some things I went through in life that I guess I had to go through to turn out right.
Right. No doubt, man. Speaking of that, man, you got a song called I believe it's called Fuck the World.
Yeah, that was off the album on Rough Nation Warner Brothers, off the Let the Streets Judge Me album.
Yeah, yeah. You would kind of talk about how people talk bad about you, talk down about you, and I don't know. You was getting kind of personal if I can't remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
A lot
And you
of
got to remember that song was recorded in 2000.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that album, when you listen to that album, you're actually listening to my pain from, you know, actually living in the projects at that time, actually being in the streets at that time, actually,
Because
you
you even
know,
said it was a line in there where you said you even thought of suicide, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've never actually thought of suicide. It's just
That's just where you were, like
when you
yeah,
writing and you're trying to bring people into your world,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's letting them know, like, yo, this is how real shit is on a
yeah.
day-to-day basis. Like, we
I
not
felt
playing.
that.
You know, we fucking smiling to help from not cry. Like, this shit is real. A lot of
Yeah,
days I don't want to be here, but I gotta push through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt. Yeah, I definitely felt that pain in your records, man. You also collab with Mike Molest, Killer
Yeah,
Cos.
yeah.
I mean, talk about those guys and how they add spice to you know what I mean, to your music and shit.
Two of my favorite MCs in the world, man. Mike Molest and Killer Cos. Killer Cos, first of all, was like my little brother. Like that's like my little brother. He been around me since he was 9. So
Mm,
through my travels and endeavors through the industry, you know, meeting all the celebs, different studios, everything I've been through, he was like right there at my hip. He was right there with me through it all. Mike Molest is more or less like that MC that I just connected with really early in the game. And it was just like, yo, he from out this part of town. I'm from this part of town. But it's like our niggas want to see us together doing this music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
where he from out North Trenton, 682, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas was loving me. They were some real niggas. And, you know, it was on the strength of, you know, the Boulevard Mossy, Mike Molest. You know what I'm saying? And my niggas the same from Roger Gardens to front line. They was loving Mike Molest just on the strength of, you know, like, damn, he nice. And him and Blaq sound so dope together. Like we get on stage and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I get chills thinking about it. Me and Mike Molest was crazy. We was like Ray and Ghost.
All right. Yeah. No doubt. Also in your music, man, I like how y'all talk about you talk about Trenton Streets, you talk about shit on Eisenhower, and you know what I mean, you talk, you know what I'm saying, you talk about RGP, and I think that's I think that's real dope, man. So is there anybody in the game that you wanted to work with that you haven't worked with, that you would love to collab with?
See, my thing is more or less working with a dope R&B singer like Mary J. Blige or Sade or, you know,
Something
even
like
Ashanti. You know what I'm
because your
saying?
sound is real soulful, man. I see you have a lot of you know, like singing hooks with melodies. You know what I mean? Not that it's on some R&B shit, but I see that you got a soulful side to your sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That comes, you know, growing up in a household full of music. I love music. I love R&B. Love old school R&B. I love anything with a melody to it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to add it into my music as much as I can without taking away from the, you know, the integrity.
No doubt. And who are some of the producers that you work with over the years to make these albums that you put out?
Well, first of all, Tony D. I'm even shout out Bobby Jones because he helped me start it off. I work with Buck Wow, um, Bink Dog, uh, my man Ruggedness from Philly.
Gotti, cat named Gotti.
Oh yeah, Gotti. You know what? My man Beats by Gotti. He
Yeah.
produced the whole entire Black Royalty and the Black Carpet catalog.
Okay, because yeah, you say his name a lot on the tracks.
Yeah, yeah. He produced the whole Black Carpet and Black Royalty. Yo, Gotti's crazy. He's dope. He just Gotti is a different type of person, man. Gotti's a really good guy, and he's a great producer. I love working with Gotti. Gotti just told me one day I got in some trouble when I was locked up, and he told me, he said, "Look, man, when you come home, I'm gonna build a studio. You ain't gonna have to pay for studio time no more. You can work when you want to. Don't even worry about it." I said, "Yeah, all right, whatever." Came home. A couple friends came by and was like, "Yo, you went to the studio yet?" So I'm like, "What studio?" "Gotti's studio. He got your studio up running. The studio is nice." So I really never paid no attention to it because I thought they was just talking shit until one of the OGs I fuck with came home. He just came pick me up one day. You know what I'm saying? He just came home, me and him chopped it up. He was like, "Yo, why haven't you been by Gotti house yet, man? You still paying money for studio time and this and that. That brother did this." And he running it down to me. And I'm like, "What is you talking about, OG?" He pulls up at Gotti house, goes downstairs, and the guy got a big, beautiful studio hooked up. Like, it's crazy. He had the booth built and everything. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, this is you. Do what you want. He like, I don't know how to work none of this. We be down here playing CDs.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So through the process of me learning the studio, it was just like, yo, I'm paying a lot of money to keep an engineer in here, man. Like, Gotti, you paying a lot of money to keep an engineer in here also. So Gotti just started learning the shit itself. And before you know it, it was about 5, 6 months. He was making beats. He was running the whole studio. So I said, let's get busy. And that's how them 2 albums came out.
All right, that's what's up. So yeah, so talk about. Remember, you were telling me earlier. You know, I didn't realize that these projects were made years ago, man, and you acquired the masters and all that kind of shit, man. Tell the
Now,
people.
just to Let the Streets Judge Me album.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you look on Black Royalty, I think the last one was 2019. I released Black Royalty in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I've released a couple singles since then. Blood Stained Carpet and Toy Soldier 2.
Toy Soldier. Okay. I remember that. I
So
thought.
yeah, I try to keep something new. I'm about to release an album in a couple months. As a matter of fact, I'm going to release a new project. Project is done on top of the mixtape, the Gladiator app era. I'm gonna let that go in a couple weeks.
All right. So yo, man, what advice would you give to the youngins out there, man? To a young cat trying to come up in the game and make a name for himself, and you know what I mean, be the next Don Blaq.
What I gotta say is stay focused and educate yourself. That's what you do. You stay focused and you educate yourself on this game, man. Whether it's reading a book, going to YouTube, watching movies, going to somebody asking questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. And I'm gonna tell you, it's somebody who I have to get his brother a shout out because his passion and his drive. I always tease him and tell him like you like the young Sean Carter. And this is somebody that the kids can really look up and look into. His name is Big O.
Oh, of course. Yo, we've been talking all this time. We haven't even said his name, bro. Yeah, word.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go without mentioning bro name. You know what I'm saying? That's little bro right there. His passion and his drive is just it's different. You know what I'm saying? And it reminds me of me when I was young. Every day I wake up all day, every day is nothing but music, traveling music, moving around, right in studio. And you got to be on it like that, man. You got to be out here. You got to be prevalent on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game. So for the youngins out there, educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because no two plans are the same. The way I did it, it's not the way Ooh gonna do it. The way Ooh did it is not the way Cas is gonna do it. The way Cas do it is not the way Gold is gonna do it.
Right.
Everybody is gonna have their own way. You can't just to give you an example, 2 different planets, but they both work. Lauryn Hill, Old Dirty Bastard. We can't sit here and say, well, you're supposed to do it like this and it's supposed to be done. Old Dirty Bastard would have told you, motherfucker, like, look, nah, we're going to do it like this. And it would have been done right.
Yeah.
Right?
No doubt.
You got Lauryn Hill, who's going to do it totally her way, which is totally opposite from Old Dirty Bastard. But it's going to be done right.
No doubt.
So there's no right and there's no wrong when it comes to this music shit. A lot of creative people, a lot of artists, a lot of people who's, as genius, we color outside the lines. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to tie our shoes. We don't know how to color inside the lines. We do everything awkward and weird and fucked up. So just do you. Just make sure you educate yourself. Make sure your masters, your publishing, your money, your percentage, everything is right. So when you do sit back on your ass, you got some residuals coming in. That's all. That's what it's about. The bag. Get to the money.
All right. All right. Also, don't lose your authenticity, though, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. And that's why I've been here for all this time. And I think if they're watching this, they know that we are not sacrificing anything. That's one thing I don't do because I don't care how much money you make or how nice you dress or how big your chain is. You don't do what I do. You can't do what I do. Certain people are touched with certain things. You can't do what I do. And I know this. Or you wouldn't be sitting in my face talking about it. You would be doing it. So, that's how it is. You take your little suits and your $1 million checks and you shove it up your ass, man. If you want me to break, bend, fold, rust, I'm not doing it. I'm good. The hood love me.
No doubt, man. So Blaq, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, man? Like, when it's all said and done, man, how do you want to be known, man?
Just a good dude, man. We tried to help the hip hop community in Trenton, man. Jersey, You know what I'm saying? The hip hop community as a whole. I started off trying to help, just Trenton, and what I did wound up touching the world. Now I got fans in New Zealand and Ghana and places like that. So I just want to be known as a artist, man, an artist, somebody who pen game was crazy, and someone who loved the game, stood for the game, and wouldn't sacrifice anything.
No doubt. Well, man, everything that you said, I wouldn't debate, man. On this show, man, we believe in giving people their flowers, man, and I think that I definitely want to thank you and salute you, man, for the contribution that you have given, man, to the hip hop game, to the hip hop community, man, and to the Trenton's hip hop community and to our story, man. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like you're a major contributor, man, and
Thanks, bro.
you were
Thanks. I
somebody,
deeply appreciate it, man. Deeply
yeah.
appreciate it.
Or you're, like I said in the beginning, you're our Jay-Z, you're our Raekwon, you're our Biggie. Like, what I mean? Don Blaq is that official Don cat, you know what I mean? So, word, man.
Thank you, bro.
How can the people reach you, man? You know what I mean? On social media, if people want to listen to your music, you know what I mean? How can they get in contact with Don Blaq?
My Instagram is Don, DON, Blaq, BLAQ. When I say dot, that's the period, not the underscore. It's period, Don, period, Blaq. Spell Blaq, BLAQ. My Facebook is the same, Don Blaq, DON, BLAQ. You can find my music anywhere in the world. You listen to your music, your streaming platforms where you buy your music at. I always got some new music out. I like to release whole projects. Every now and then I might release a single, but I like to release whole projects. So you can go to Tidal, iTunes, you know, Apple, Pandora stations, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to music, just put in Don Blaq. I'm gonna pop up, and it's guaranteed to be hot. I promise you.
All right, no doubt, definitely, man. Before we let you go, man, if I could just get you to do a drop for me, man, just say something like, this Don Blaq, and you checking out the Oddcast podcast with Gag Gnu, you know what I mean? Something like that for me. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. All right. Before I go, I want to say peace and later to everybody that tuned in to check us out. Thank you very much. And I want to let y'all know this is Don Blaq checking in with my man Gary Gnu, the Oddcast podcast. That's my brother right there. We actually came up together. He didn't let y'all know all that. We could have got deep about his little brother, about Rel to Rel. We could have got kind of deep because I know this brother.
Another show. We're going to say that for another show, man.
All right, but this is Don Blaq, and you checking out Don Blaq on the Oddcast podcast with my homie Gary Gnu.
Salute, man. Yo, man, before we go, who your top five, man? Who your top five MCs right now, man?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, my nigga.
Well, all right, could we exclude, because Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, that take up half of everybody's list right there, because what them brothers did right there can't be, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, if they're not at the top of everybody's list, and then everybody, some people gonna replace Big with Pac or replace Nas with Pac, but those four right there, let's take those out the way.
All
right. Then I would have to say Jadakiss, Beanie Siegel, Scarface, Snoop Dogg, and Killer Cos.
Wow. Killer Cos. Okay. That's what's up. Hey, man, I can't debate another man top five. You know what I mean? My top five is not going to be your top five. Ain't going to be another man top five. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word. But yo, Don Blaq, man, definitely, man. Like I said, you always have a home here on the Oddcast podcast. Anything that you got coming out, man, anything that you want to promote, all you got to do is holler at me, man. Let me know, brother. It was a pleasure, man, having you on here. I thank you for coming on and sharing your story with us, man. You know what I mean? Giving the people you know what I mean, letting the people know who you are, man. That's what's up.
Thank
man.
you very much, bro. I
want you to
appreciate you having me,
continue to
man.
keep doing what you're doing, brother, because you know this it ain't over. You still going, you know what I mean?
Thank you very much for having me. And before I leave, I want to send a shout out to my son, Tyrant Fly. You can get his album out right now on all digital platforms, Legendary Music. The album is called The Crowning.
All right. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to, man, before we go, man?
Nope, not at all. I'm good.
Well, yo, Trenton, man, here you go, man. Don Blaq, y'all. We signing off, y'all, man. Oddcast Podcast, yo. Peace.
Peace.